Okay.
All right. So anyway, we had a 41 Dodge rolling from Ohio. This is John's 41, and we're in the process of doing a 4-inch chop. Today we braced up the car on the inside, and after we braced the car and everything, I marked the top all out for everything to be cut. First thing we did before we even cut the top, we cut the door frames off the doors. So what we're going to do with the door frames, I'm going to explain this really quick here. This door frame is going to get cut here. This is where it's going to get cut. Back here, we're going to take this piece out of here. This piece is going to go in here to lengthen the door frame because this door frame is so long. Okay? So I'll explain to this what we did with the top here. I took 4 inches out of the A-pillar. I marked 4 inches height out of the A-pillar. And 4 inches out of the door A-pillar. So what we're going to do, eventually, the door frame's all set and done, this whole top from this point here is going to get cut loose and it's going to move back. So this drip rail is going to come down to here. Okay? This is the piece that we cut out of here, and if you look at the curve of this, from this point to this point, this piece of top that we cut from down here is actually going to be installed back into here to lengthen this piece back. This piece is actually going to come down lower once we put this back in here. So this should line right back up at this point here. So anyway, that's that. So we have to lengthen this. This is going to get cut at this silver line. Is going to get cut from the top and brought back to be lengthened with that. Okay. We have to save every piece. When you chop a top, you have to save every piece until you're done. And then when you're done, you can get rid of all the scrap that you don't need. All these little pieces, the A-pillar piece, the door frame piece, we save this till the very end. When we did it at the top, when we took the top off the car, we cut out our piece that we didn't need, the extra 4 inches back here, to put the top back on. If you look, the top is now binding on the top of the door frame. Again, this piece is going to be moved back. This whole piece of C-pillar, or the rear part of the top here, is going to get cut loose, and I'm going to fab up a new piece here. If you look carefully across, you can see I have my piece of round rod to take the shape of the new top from the window. This window originally was more vertical, came up about this much with the height of the top. What we're doing now is we're getting rid of the bump out. So back here, the window is actually tucked under the body. So this will go level right to the back window here. All this again will be handmade out of a new piece of sheet metal, and then from here across, this whole piece will be made with a new top piece. The top's going to take the profile of the top. So anyway, again, you save all your top pieces until you're done. So if you look at the profile of the top, you can see how the new window angle is going to be. As we progress on this, we'll show you more metal work. We'll show you how to make I'll show you how to make the new sail panels and everything. The new top piece going across, the new skin to the top back here. This is pretty much a straight 4-inch chop top. With these cars like this, you don't want to go too low because it has a big bubbleless body. It's very slab-sided, so you don't want to take too much out of the height because it won't look proportioned right. With 4 inches out of this car, it has a good proportion. So I think, in my opinion, I think it has a right profile with this car. So after everything's said and done, everything gets welded up, and we have the A-pillars held together with vice grips right now to hold in place. The lower you go with these tops, the more work is involved around the A-pillars because you have to slice and dice the cowl, upper top, which we only did 4 inches, so we don't have to splice and dice anything. It actually lined up pretty good from side to side. Back here, like I said, this whole piece is going to get cut level to come down here. So this whole piece, when it moves back, it's pretty much going to go straight back. It's going to drop down this 1 inch, because we are 1 inch off of here, it's going to be 1 inch here. So anything's going to drop down. So from this point to this point is a straight 1 inch. From there to there is 1 inch. So that 1 inch piece, when this tapers down, this piece now will be back here to move back to there. It's all pretty much simple process. It's just measuring a little bit. Then once everything's said and done, everything's going to be new sail panels and everything's going to be made. And like I said, farther down the road we'll show you how to do all that. But right now that's pretty much your simple cut and tab. We pulled the top off. Me, Bob, and Ward, we just cut everything off the top, put the top back on the car. Now we just got to do some splicing and dicing, get everything welded up. The door inner garnish moldings will be cut the same as the outer door frames also. Otherwise, I know it's a pretty short video, but we'll show you more in the process when the time comes. But right now, you can kind of get an idea of the height of the top by just taking 4 inches out of it. Some customers may want to go lower, but personally, I think this is the right height for this car. And there you can see the car is really not sitting that low to the ground. Once it gets down lower, you can see how the profile looks a little bit more that way. But for now, that's about it. So keep your eyes open and more videos to come. Rock and roll. VooDoo.